A brilliant codebreaker uncovers a mystery that plunges him into a deadly game of espionage, secrets, and betrayal. To survive, he must become more than just a mind behind a screen. In the dimly lit garage, oil-stained tools scattered like forgotten dreams, Charlie tinkers with the sleek plane, a birthday gift from his devoted wife, Sarah, symbolizing their shared adventures. The hum of machinery breaks as Sarah enters, her suitcase in hand, eyes sparkling with a mix of excitement and reluctance. She's off to a high-powered business conference in London and pleads once more for him to join her, envisioning stolen moments amid the city's fog-shrouded streets. But Charlie, buried in his work, declines with a regretful smile, promising they'll celebrate upon her return. Later, under the stark fluorescent lights of CIA headquarters, Charlie navigates the labyrinthine corridors. He passes through the cutting-edge security scanners he himself engineered, beams of light scanning every inch, a testament to his genius. Finally, settling into the decryption and analysis department, his sanctuary of codes and secrets, he's jolted by a cryptic message from Inquilin, his enigmatic contact of many years. As always, they offer priceless classified intel for sale, but this batch comes with a grave warning. It could unravel the very fabric of the CIA. Charlie, ever the sleuth, ventures a guess at their location, Istanbul's shadowy bazaars, but Inquilin deftly deflects, leaving the mystery intact. Diving into the files, Charlie wrestles with the encrypted material, his brilliant mind unusually stumped by its complexity. Even a prodigy like him hits a wall. After a hurried lunch break, he returns to his office only to be interrupted by a call from Sarah. She's safely in London, her voice warm across the miles, but Charlie already knows. He's been discreetly tracking her every move. Their conversation is brief. His obsession with the documents pulls him back like a magnetic force. Frustrated, he relocates to the restricted area where advanced systems accelerate his progress. Hours blur into a breakthrough, unveiling top-secret files that hit like a thunderbolt. A drone strike masquerading as a suicide bombing, authorized and buried deep. News clips flicker with horror. 150 casualties, including elite French special forces and Danish Marines, all orchestrated by his own boss, Chief Moore. That night, in the quiet solitude of home, Charlie dials Sarah repeatedly, but silence greets him. He leaves a voicemail, his words laced with unspoken worry. The next morning at the office, Moore ambushes him, escorting him to the sleek office of the newly appointed Director O'Brien. With a grave tone, she reveals a terrorist attack at a London hotel, Sarah among the victims. Charlie's world crumbles. Denial surges as he fumbles for his phone. Moore flips on the TV, where a reporter details the nightmare. 4 terrorists storming in, seizing 4 hostages and executing 2. Security footage plays next, a chaotic symphony of screams and shadows, confirming Sarah's tragic fate. Returning home, Charlie faces a media frenzy, reporters swarming like vultures, held at bay by police. A loyal friend sneaks him inside, shielding him from the storm. The next day, fueled by doubt, he confronts Moore and supervisor Caleb. How could terrorists evade London's web of thousands of cameras, vanishing into traffic like ghosts? Moore assures an investigation, but Caleb dismisses him homeward. The following day, at the airport, Charlie collects Sarah's body and belongings, a hollow ritual. At home, unpacking her suitcase unearths a thoughtful gift, shattering his composure into a raw, tear-streaked breakdown. Weary of walls closing in, Charlie returns to work, slipping into the restricted area to hack hotel and street cameras. Piecing together a meticulous timeline, he presents it to his superiors. The terrorists stole a vehicle in the East End, infiltrated via the service entrance, erasing traces with professional precision. No prints, no DNA. A botched meeting with Indonesia's impact investments erupted in the corridor. A guard's fury triggered gunfire, killing one and critically wounding another. Alerted security summoned police, forcing the terrorists into the conference room for hostages. Sarah, heroic to the end, was captured while aiding escapes. Through voice and facial analysis, Charlie unmasks them. Moscow's Mishka, ex-South African Special Forces operative Lawrence, mercenary Horst, and former intelligence officer Gretchen. His boss's stoic reactions betray prior knowledge. They claim to be on it and shunt him to therapy. Undeterred, Charlie conceals a chip in his ID badge, bypassing his own scanners. In his office, he prints classified files, deploying a skimmer on the printer for a digital copy. That night, at a dimly lit bar, he fixates on a jukebox, lost in thought. Morning brings confrontation. Wielding the files, he exposes Moore's dark ops, bombing a Syrian hospital, striking a Yemeni allied base, claiming thousands of civilian lives. Threatening to escalate to the director, he unveils a dead man's switch, miss a 5-hour code entry, and evidence floods major news outlets. In trade for silence, he demands CIA training, fake passports, cash, a gun, and intel on Sarah's killers. Post-meeting, stress overwhelms him in his car, leading to vomit. Back in the office, Moore deems it a bluff, but Caleb urges caution, probe for the trigger, then stage a training accident. Later, Caleb's team dissects Charlie's file copy method. A skimmer, via printer, using a magnetic strip. Footage confirms his purchase, but smuggling it out remains a puzzle. Searching his home reveals bar visits. At the bar, they unearth an ABBA CD under the jukebox. Playing it yields noise. Extraction reveals Charlie's planted disc. Meanwhile, Charlie arrives at a CIA training facility, greeted by Colonel Henderson. Shooting practice exposes his novice aim. He excels only up close. Bomb making, however, showcases his speed, dazzling Henderson. Identity training involves brutal harassment, ensuring recall under duress. Passports finalize the transformation. That night, Henderson visits Charlie's room, questioning his killer instincts. Charlie demands justice. Henderson offers a gun, urging a point-blank aim at his chest. Charlie's trembling hands falter, lowering the weapon. At headquarters, decrypting the CD exposes the bluff. They alert superiors, oblivious to Charlie's bug. Hidden in the files he provided, Moore orders Henderson to arrest him, but Charlie's vanished. Spotting the bug, Moore addresses Charlie directly. Treason. Charlie discards his earpiece and boards a plane. Landing in London, Charlie clears customs en route to Paris, his fake passport flagging CIA systems. Moore dispatches Henderson. In Paris, he books a room near Gretchen's favored restaurant. Spotting her, he activates phone tracking. Staking out her building, he slips in via an exiting tenant, picking her lock per an online tutorial. Rifling through, he photographs her schedule and pockets a found gun. Her imminent return sends him to the stairs, but confrontation freezes him. He flees, disillusioned, hallucinating Sarah's presence at the hotel. Reviewing photos reveals hospital visits, hacking records uncovers allergies. Morning brings flower purchases. Trailing Gretchen to the hospital, he dons a doctor's guise as her test machine malfunctions, luring the doctor away. Locking her in, he floods the chamber with pollen, ignoring her panic. Staff pounds on the locked door. Weakening, she struggles to reveal Horst's location. The shooter, releasing her sparks a brutal fight. Bodies slamming furniture, guns drawn. She escapes. Charlie pursues, but a car strikes her down. Horrified, he retrieves her phone and flees, discarding the coat. At the hotel, he cleans up and buses to Marseille. CIA learns of Gretchen's death. O'Brien grills Moore, who attributes it internally. That night, Charlie drowns guilt in a bar, mistaking a dancer for Sarah. Spotting Henderson, he bolts through crowds to another bar, locking himself in the bathroom. Emerging, he learns of phone tracking. A timed bomb in the bathroom erupts chaos. Charlie escapes, disabling his tracker. Morning. Charlie contacts Inquiline for aid, flying cargo to Turkey. In Istanbul, at a restaurant, he texts her. A ringing phone draws him, but a woman intercepts, revealing herself as Inquiline. Knowing of Sarah, she disguises his gear in a shopping bag, directing a faux shopping spree to a garage meet. Driving home, she recounts her hacking origins. 6 years post-husband's accidental death. A CIA Russian asset who trained her as the original Inquiline. Her home, a rare long-term haven, holds her weariness. A gun awaits any Russian pursuit. Discussing the case, Horst hires for more, Lawrence deals arms, she'll pose as a seller, Mishka posts travels online. Photos reveal his companion. Facial recognition pinpoints her in Spain via Instagram. Caleb tasks surveillance on terrorists for Charlie. O'Brien warns Moore against unauthorized black ops. He feigns support. Her assistant shows Henderson in Spain, Moore's doing, so she counters with her agent. Charlie and Inquiline hack hotel cams to locate Mishka in Madrid. Charlie checks in, noting his rooftop pool habit. Henderson closes in. Charlie builds and hides a device. Tailing Mishka to the bar, he spots a familiar face. Inquiline confirms CIA. She urges abort upon seeing Henderson, but Charlie presses on. Confronting Mishka at the pool, he demands Horst's whereabouts, threatening destruction. Skeptical, Mishka swims. Charlie activates. The glass shatters, plunging him to death amid flooding streets. Inquiline guides escape as Henderson and the agent clash in a laundry brawl. Throws, a washing machine headlock, gunfire exchange. Charlie flees per Inquiline's urging. O'Brien quizzes more on Charlie's leave, revealing hotel footage. Caleb's team spots Inquiline's chats, deducing the widow's role. That night, Charlie and Inquiline share platonic rest, awakened by screeching birds and approaching agents on cams. Escaping via hidden tunnel, they dodge a drone, sneaking buildings to her car. A beach run precedes a high-speed chase. Gunfire, boat pursuit, car damage mortally wounding Inquiline. Charlie drives on, evading foes, then parks and bids her farewell with a kiss. Charlie poses as an arms dealer to meet Lawrence, buys gear, and heads to Romania. In an abandoned building, he fakes Berlin footage, luring CIA there. Lawrence finds a ringing phone and bomb-filled box. Movement detonates. Spotting Sarah's photo, he's cornered by Charlie, demanding Horst. Russian waters, Baltic deliveries. Lawrence tosses his phone with codes. Charlie grabs it and exits to explosion sounds. CIA realizes the fake. In Russia, Charlie hallucinates Sarah, solving her puzzle gift, a loving message. At the port, he sends codes, tails a responder, photographs the boat. Buying tools, he traces the yacht via registration and routes. Approaching the boat, he's knocked out, dropping the puzzle. Awakened on the yacht, Horst mocks his indirect kills, offering a gun for direct action. Charlie falters. The yacht veers unexpectedly. Charlie's hack redirects it to Finland, exploiting his protocol knowledge. Finnish Navy and Interpol surround, arresting all. Later, O'Brien announces arrest of rogue agents in a press conference. Henderson praises Charlie. Visiting Sarah's grave, he returns home, finally piloting the plane skyward, a soaring tribute to lost love and hard-won justice.